Okay, there we go. We're back. Yeah, allow
Excellent.
access, get everything going. Sure, yeah, have cookies, Twitch, why not? Well, let's see. Oh, yeah, sister, if you could just entertain everybody a little bit while I get the controller set up.
Hello, everyone. How you doing? Oh, I
You
don't
gotta
think
say
anyone's here
something,
yet.
miss.
I'm,
Oh, make an
uh,
announcement, too.
yeah, yes, ma'am.
Miss, you...
Sorry.
Always has to be the one in charge. Alright, should be ready to go in just a second. The person with the controller that I'm borrowing, like, just got home. So I did not have the opportunity to do this. But we are almost
There's a
done.
stinky Xbox controller.
Yeah, its PlayStation controllers are having a little bit of trouble. It's going to troubleshoot them. It doesn't like... Maybe this is just it being, you know, an incurable Sony fanboy, but... it just prefers... Okay, can we hide the VC face interface? Thank you. Alright. We're almost there.
At least it's on a GameCube controller.
GameCube controller, it can respect that.
Oh, okay, yeah. The GameCube, that is a storied console. That is a box.
That is a box. Well, it had a little handle for you
It
to
had a
take it
carry handle on it.
places. It's
You could
adorable.
take it
It's
anywhere. You could go
adorable.
places.
Okay, there we go. Everything's working. It's just been a while because we've been focusing on Final Fantasy and fixing this computer, and I look strange.
And I look strange.
Well, I keep like, yeah, I move around a lot. Sorry, we gotta go to Britain so that we can go to Silk Song. You
This
know what?
is
It's funnier if this one's ears are in the way of the chat box. Okay, let's get this
That's what I
set
need
up.
ears for.
Why didn't you just have ears to begin with? You can be a doll and and a
With big
gainer.
dumb fox ears.
All right. Farloom with the Britain seems pretty dangerous to this one right now.
An empire in decline.
It's saved twice. That's how you know. Okay, so one of the things that's going to help us is after 2 streams straight of fighting this guy, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it legit just once. However,
Come.
okay, wait. I need to remember the dog controls.
Go.
How do I?
She's kind of got a sim thing going on. She's got like the
Right.
her
Okay.
her movements make me think of The Sims.
A little bit, yeah. All right, just refamiliarizing myself with how to attack, because that's gonna be vital. Tell me if the stream is if the game audio is too loud or quiet, of course. But yeah, we're gonna try this legit just once, and then we're get away, awful little children.
Little beasts.
We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this legit just once. And then if we die again, it's going to have to start using the time manipulation powers that everybody gets when they become a maid.
Time dilation is very important for maids because how else are they supposed to clean anything at any speed?
Oh!
What power does Maxie get?
Are you a maid, Maxie?
I think we were going to draft her into our vintage story game.
Maxie, you'd like Cerno. You'd like Cerno a lot.
Ice to meet you.
Maxie would probably just like Toho fairies in general. Okay, yeah, it's not focused at all. It's not focused at all.
Hey, Uni.
Hi, Uni. Guess where we are?
I think you should turn up your own microphone volume a little bit.
Okay. Oh, that's way down. Is everybody having an easier time hearing this one?
Bark, bark, bark.
That's not this one, to clarify. Cerno is the silly ice fairy. Yes.
Yes, that is the silly ice fairy. Or in Dublin, Ireland.
Maxie, how do you feel about
Perhaps.
tactics games?
Tactics games? Oh, wait, no. You said Maxie, not Lexi.
Because, genuinely, if you have the stomach for, like, strategy games, particularly ones like Super Robot Wars, Fantasy Maiden Wars is a great introduction to Toho. Like, it really recommends it to anybody who wants to be into it, you know?
I would also have to recommend it as well.
It's a good introductory text. It covers a lot of, like, the really foundational games in the fandom, as well as giving you a little bit of education.
Not an RTS.
It's not an RTS. It's a turn-based tactics game. And when this one says tactics game, it's only referring to turn-based games. Your Fire Emblems, your Super Robot Wars, your Valkyria Chronicles.
Yeah, Lancer, if you controlled more guys, that's a pretty good comparison.
Yeah. So we're gonna try him legit once. We're going to try him legitimate once. Alright. Get him, Brown. Let's circle around. Just bash him over the head. This might actually kind of be... Alright. Square up and up. Yeah, I don't know if our legit attempt is gonna... Ooh.
I think running around the chalkboard in the other part of the room was the agreed upon strat.
Yeah, that it was. Yeah, we're already limping. This is not good.
Brown's just sitting there like, do something, dude.
Well, he's hurt. His little leggies. Alright, come here. Come here. Bonk. God, he has such a frustrating hitbox. In this one, it tries to go to bat for janky games. It really does.
But sometimes you find a game that's just a little bit too much.
How anybody beat this on original hardware, it doesn't know. Like, maybe it's just bad at video games, but yeah, it's gonna start save scumming. After this attempt. Like, come on, man!
Well, this is a game that released at the very tail end of the PlayStation 2, right?
It believes so. Very late PS2 game. Okay, we gotta get out of here. I'd like to issue a formal apology to the Bed of Chaos, to the Gaping Dragon, to some of the Taurus Demons frames. There has never been anything in a FromSoft game that has had this bad of frame data.
Ooh.
So in the interest of getting on with our lives, this one is just going to... Just gonna start manipulating time.
Hey, just heads up, your mouse stays on screen.
Okay. What is a strong statement from this one?
I think referring to the boss fight discussion.
No, it's just
Worst frames in for any FromSoft game.
any FromSoft boss. Well, FromSoft bosses don't usually have awful hit data.
The only
And it's
one that you could
usually,
argue.
You can see kind of like the logic behind some of them and how they would make that mistake, and that makes you in turn sympathize with the plight of the developer. But this guy, it's just like, they didn't even try. He raises his weapon and there's just like an oval of protection around him that knocks you down and deals a bunch of damage. There does come a point when it's like, yeah, it's kind of inexcusable and bad. Alright.
Even with some of even with Dark Souls 2's hit register code, it's well, because it's delayed. The hitboxes are slightly delayed for some reason.
Plus, we don't even know how much, like, damage this guy takes.
Oh.
Alright. Hit number 1, retreat, save state. I care not what anybody perceives of me.
We're just gonna destroy him
We're just gonna destroy.
utterly and completely.
Just want to see what this game's got going on.
We're not even on the hard mode, are we?
It doesn't remember anymore. You should read out the chat to it more, so it does, because like it tries to like check and engage, but it's only got one monitor. This
Of course.
This is single monitor gaming. Might be
Uni
kind
echoes. Yeah, we don't know how much he takes.
yeah, we don't know how much he takes.
The bed of chaos is sin is that the hitbox and model are synonymous. Thank you, Rachel.
Oh. Oh.
The Bed of Chaos has many sins. He also gets so many iframes while he's like on the floor. He just gets it for free. He gets it for free, chat.
Doesn't matter where you are in relation.
And he can like hit stun you. He can like hit stun
Where are
you.
where are my iframes?
He can hit stun you. He has a touch of death combo. This octogenarian headmaster has a touch of death combo.
Who's more intimidating, this guy or Pyramid Head?
Pyramid Head, 100%.
I mean, yeah, that was an easy question.
This one hasn't played like the remake or anything, but oh god, we're already limping. This one hasn't played the remake, but like, yeah, Pyramid Head isn't that difficult to fight, especially if you know that like you're not supposed to fight him. Like he's kind of just on a timer, and once that timer runs out, you're home free. He just kind of leaves or kills himself, depending on where you are in Silent Hill 2.
You were given an entire stick of butter. Should Maxine bite the stick of butter?
If you want, life's too short.
Eat the butter.
You can't worry about what other people expect of you. You have to live for yourself. You have to learn to love Maxine. Only then can you
Eat
truly
butter.
understand whether or not you should eat the butterness.
Sigma Moth grind
Come
setter.
on! No. Oh, he was...
Pyramid Head's first encounter has an hour-long timer on hard mode.
Just dodge him. Also, the timer does get lower the more that you shoot him. So you, like, if you're playing on hard mode, yeah, just... fire a few rounds at him a little bit.
Let Pyramid Head catch some fucking strays.
That's right, James. Shoot your misogyny. No. Oh, he's winding up. Okay. Oh.
Now watch out for that internalized homophobia. You can't possibly guess what the internalized homophobia manifests as.
What does it manifest as?
Big penis.
Okay.
That's always how they manifest it as.
Yeah,
Externalizes your homophobia. You are bleeding out.
Bonk.
Oh.
Like, it guesses we have a little bit of range, but
Not that much.
not that much, and it's really hard to judge range. Oh my god! Come on, we're gonna be limping too. We're gonna be limping. Yeah. I'm just gonna beat the crap out of him until. Okay, wait! What? Oh my god, Brown.
You have a swamp
My
attack?
goat. He stood in such a way that broke his pathfinding. What a good dog. What a good boy Brown is.
Good boy.
Everybody in chat pet Brown. What a good doggy.
Good puppy. Good puppy.
God, what a lad, what a trooper. What a true friend.
Is that a raw chicken?
Well, let's take a look.
Oh, it's a warm bag.
Go!
How do I, let's see, how do we give things to Brown to... Is it like select? Been a while since we've played. Okay, so it is set as our find.
Go!
Yeah, I know you're hurt.
Come! Come!
How do I...
Go!
Oh, I think the bag is what you're trying to find.
Is it? No, we're trying to find Peter.
What's in the bag?
It's Peter's droppings.
No, that you already had the droppings. So what's in the bag you just picked up?
Oh, there's multiple It's been a while, miss. Gunny sack with something wriggling around inside of it. Yeah, that seems like what we need.
I wake up.
I limp. Well, yeah, it gave all like the weird like UI elements, funny voices last time. It made it distinctly remembers voicing the Bucket Knight as a wave, and that seemed to go over really well with you.
I love waves.
And the trash can was sort of like a Siegmeyer figure, because there's always a Siegmeyer figure with us.
We love the Don Quixote night.
I've run flat up against a wall. I could try rolling, but my head would spin.
We're gonna fight John Britton? Yeah. Fuck that guy.
More games should make you limp when you're hurt.
You love women who limp.
Mm-hmm. Please tell you there aren't more fights like that? Well, Uni, this one has a sense of wonderment and whimsy and actually doesn't look up everything about a video game before playing it. So who knows?
Sometimes you should just go into it and see what happens.
And like, games are expensive, but like, You
How
know.
does one regain a sense of wonder and whimsy?
How does one...
Asking for a friend?
Okay, who's asking specifically?
Maxine.
You need to engage with things that will provoke your imagination and actively... Wonder and whimsy, and, you know, using imagination as a blanket term here, is very much a muscle that needs to be flexed repeatedly. You need to... How to put this into words? How this one has been doing it recently. It definitely depends on the kinds of stories and art that you take in, but I don't think that's where your problem comes from. I think the problem a lot of people have with losing a sense of wonder and whimsy is being, like, it is beaten out of us to think about things as a child and to be as a child sometimes. And this goes beyond the whole age regressor little motor thing. This extends to how we learn our skills, for instance. This one really stalled out hard in terms of learning how to draw and how to read and write katakana, for instance, because it's trying to learn how to read Japanese. And what it realized about trying to learn these new skills and why it made this one feel so worthless is that you need to be okay allowing yourself to be as a child sometimes, to, in this one's case, draw as a child would draw, to drill its katakana as a child would, and to make progress you would expect as a child, because when you're essentially just starting these entirely new skills, you know, trying to learn a language gave this one some insight on it, you're starting from where a child would start anyways. So it's okay if your drawings and doodles look childish. You should still be proud of them and proud of the progress that you make. It's okay if...
Precisely.
This one knows how to write, like, one thing in katakana off the top of its head, and it's Makima's name. But, like, yeah, that is some stuff that is some stuff a child would do. You know? And that
You
kind of
find your favorite
extends...
character, and it's like, well, I want to do something with them.
That kind of extends to, like, regaining the sense of wonder and whimsy. Is like, yeah, just look at things like a child would sometime. Like, just, like, go on a walk and find a valley where you can see the tops of trees, and it's early autumn, and just think to yourself some stupid platitude, like how the tops of the trees, when the wind moves them, it looks like gold coins. Let your imagination wander for a little bit. Try to find the wonder in the world around you, and you'll find the wonder within you. It really hopes these aren't empty platitudes, and it really hopes that this advice will kind of get you going in the right direction, but that's ultimately all this one can do, is try to point you in the right direction, because, like, you know, reconnecting with those sensations and those feelings. The issue with that is fear of judgment, and it can be hard to face the fear of judgment, but ultimately it's only a fear that can be faced. And this is a double-sided sword. You're the only one who can face that fear necessarily. However, it is only a fear. There are people in this world that will judge you. That will always be true. But that in and of itself is something that only has power if you fear it.
Precisely.
Because ultimately, if you make something that you want to make, if you make something that you believe in, if you say things that you believe in, the judgment will be inevitable, yes, but there will also be people who resonate with that. As long as you are truthful about it, you know?
There are those who want to listen.
Insincerity is what earns people, in this one's opinion, a sort of, like, rightful judgment. But you're a very sincere person, so you don't really have to worry about that. The small-hearted princess spoke with her eyes on the bag in the girl's hands. No, you can't have it. No. Ugh. God, this little toad. Oh, well, good. Peter's okay.
The sack is just covered in blood.
Gotta...
Brown.
Nobody's got this one. Brown's got this one. Masking isn't necessarily the same thing as being, like, sincere in the sense that it's talking about. It's a
Masking
sort
is a
of...
defensive response.
Yeah. When you know, masking is the act of not really putting anything out there, but when you put things out there, it's sincere. And that's different from putting things out there that are insincere, you know? Like, it doesn't really ever think that you've shown it something you've written or drawn for any reason other than you had a reason you wanted to draw it. Maybe that's a little bit too simplistic. It doesn't...
You don't mask to protect yourself?
Yes, you do. Even if
do.
you don't mask to protect yourself, masking is a behavior we learn defensively.
We adopt the behaviors of masking to appear normal, to appear nondescript, to be someone who is not notable.
That's what the point of a mask is, miss.
You mask to protect everyone else? From what exactly?
Maxine, this one doesn't need protection from you. Oh, wait, no, he ran into the... Did he? Gosh,
He ran into the aristocrats' room.
Yeah.
Right,
there it
I
is.
like talking about all this stuff with you, but also sometimes we talk too much.
The forest seems strangely familiar. In the dense woods, under the stars, a sacrificial ritual is underway. Desperately fighting fear. Oh, dude, chill out. I can't read.
Stray dog?
Lower classes like you and me can't go up really close. We have to pray from a distance.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Aristocrat Club. I wish to thank you for gathering here today.
Jennifer!
May I have your attention? This is a message from the Princess of the Rose. The message reads, Jennifer, your efforts this month deserve special recognition. You managed to find Peter and will be amply rewarded. Thus concludes the message from the princess.
Splendid work, Jennifer. You are no longer a wretched peon. Amanda, on the other hand, has been demoted. Amanda.
Now we have the red stick.
It's time, Jennifer.
Overthrow the room in class.
It's trying, miss.
Jennifer.
Poke them with the rat stick. See how they'll like it.
This game does kind of fall apart at, like, you know, you can take like 5, 7 minutes. You can't do that with them. Like, Jennifer isn't a very violent person by nature. Oh, she passed out. But, like, you can easily take, like, 7 school children in a fight. And, like, yeah, they're of varying sizes, but, like, we've got the age. You know,
Oh, that's a dead rat.
that's a dead rat, miss. With maggots and everything, miss. How do you think they get it to stay on the stick? But, you know, if you ever find yourself in a situation like this, it's important to just kind of be like a land-bound bird and just stomp their skulls in. Do you ever find yourself mauled
Such
by
as emu or a
evil...
cassowary?
Yes, be like the mighty cassowary.
One of the things I was thinking about with regards to the recapturing the childlike sense of wonder and misery.
Yeah, don't recapture it like these kids.
Specifically, the number one thing that helps ignite my imagination is don't go with someone else's answer. Don't look for an already existing answer.
Are you awake? So, Jennifer, now do you know what a bad girl you were? Is that so? You still don't understand. Well then, I'll have you read these books. Hurry, hurry. Read another story, Jennifer.
I think you can pick any of these 3. But you have to do all of them.
The Goat Sisters. Little sister wrote a letter, ba ba. Big sister munched it up, ba ba. Little sister studied her notes, ba ba. Big sister tore them to shreds, ba ba. Little sister wanted to read big sister the letter, so she fetched it from her sister's stomach.
Huh.
But with big sister dead in a pool of amber blood, who was there to read the letter to? Ba ba.
I guess someone ate the last page.
It keeps leaving its cursor in the middle. Yeah, override.
What if I ate the cursor?
Well, then you'd just be that much fatter, miss.
Oh, wow.
September 1930. The Goat Sisters.
The greatest of all time.
When the unlucky girl closed the storybook, the wise-looking princess was in the room. The princess said softly, It's not here either. If someone else finds it, there must be something very important to you. Why don't you go find it? Makes pencil. Bucket night. Poor, helpless, unlucky girl. Tell me your tale. If memory serves me correctly, you've met a wise princess, a spring of inventions. She seeks what you seek. I know what it is, yet you forget. Remember your forgotten promise. That's your only clue. God, it's such a compulsive saver. It won't stop.
Compulsive. Forgotten Promise. That makes me think of what's her name? But Amanda.
You ate the last page.
Yeah, I think your inventory is filling up with storybooks.
The last time we wrote... What the hell is happening in our chat?
I don't know.
The freaks really come out when this one streams.
I mean, there are 2 of them.
There are 2 of them. Breeding our chat members together to yield stronger chat members. This one's gonna be right back.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, entertain the masses, mess.
Have you ever heard, so when everyone was in school, did they ever have a classmate who got like scented pencils? Because I'm trying to figure out if that was like a thing that was like a super a widespread thing, or if it was just like that one girl in my class really liked scented pencils and kept getting them. I don't even remember what they smelled like. What is even the point of a scented pencil? Because the scent can't be that strong otherwise, and it probably doesn't. I mean, yeah, scented markers are very easy. I'm just thinking, how do you make a pencil that's scented, and then also, was it in the wood?
Back.
I'm talking scented pencils. Did you ever have anyone in your school who had scented pencils?
Yeah. All the popular girls.
Oh yeah, same over here.
What?
Yeah, I also had a popular girl in my school days who had had a lot of scented pencils.
Yeah, it was, well, the popular thing to do. It was in vogue, it supposes. A design draft for some machine is posted on the wall. How to make
You ate erasers as a kid, Maxie? And as a teen?
Same.
You still eat erasers, don't you?
Oh, you get like a big block eraser, and it's just, yeah.
That's like
It's
cheese.
delicious now. Oh, helpless, unlucky girl. Tell me your
Yeah.
tale. Oh, I have nothing to stock.
I mean, you could put the storybooks away.
Yeah.
It seems like those are just taking up space. Oh, cranberry juice is pretty good. I like cranberry. But only as a drink, not as like a snack.
I should probably get rid of Peter's droppings. Got a lollipop. The pencil's gonna be useful. 411.
You got a spare knife?
It might need the knife as opposed to the steel pipe. There might be different reasons to have either. Oh, we do have a map. Very good. Still, it's opened up a little bit.
Chew toys tend to be rather cheap. You can just get them.
Mm-hmm. This one's gotten some chew toys in its time, but its teeth are very weak, so it recommends that if you have problems with teeth, particularly if they have any jagged ends that can catch on anything, avoid chew toys with that are made of like fabric and string. Try to find something rubbery and preferably soft, but that may just be this one's own lollipops.
Honestly, fabric on teeth is bad stimmies for me.
It's good
Even
for
just
some
thinking
canines,
about it sometimes.
but not. It's good for some canines, not for this one. Honestly, most of the time, this one just ends up chewing on its own collar, anyways.
And wires.
And wires, yeah, wires are delicious.
I can like give you wires to chew on that won't electrocute you.
But if they don't electrocute you, come on, come on now.
Listen, do you want? There are there are stories of people like losing
Please.
peripherals like headsets and controllers because one of their pets just chewed through the cable for funsies.
The Red Crayon Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the Prince and Princess. I promise to love thy neighbor. I shall offer a monthly gift, and I shall punish the unfaithful.
They should invent edible cables. So you know Twizzlers?
You're so right, miss.
Go! Go!
Maybe the aristocrat pledge is what we need.
Go!
No biscuits around here.
No harm in searching for biscuits.
It needs to remember to do that more. It's a really ingenious way to do that.
Go!
So are you gonna...
They should put copper wire in licorice.
They should.
Copper wire in your
Can't
walls.
find it
Delicious treat
anywhere.
for me. Feed me. Give me the copper. Give it to me. Feed me. You were a fed, you were a glowy. You were
Miss?
glowing.
The Stray Dog's Notes. The following are notes on the monster Stray Dog, as described to us by the beautiful Princess of the Rose. He's big, strong, scarred, loyal, talkative, cleanly, and he kidnaps children who don't do their chores. Current tasks: Stray Dog investigation on the first floor restroom. Gather notes from rumors scribbled on the walls. Assigned to Susan. Interesting. And what does this young man have to say for himself? The sloppy prince paused from his sword practice and said, "What's Miss Meg looking for? A gift? Oh, I can't do a child's voice right now. Probably not. Miss Diana already found the goat. Anyway,
Look at the
I've
goat.
been trained to improve my speed. I'm preparing for a duel." Sit down, Father.
Hit him with the pipe.
Yes, miss.
Should just have a gun.
What was that?
They should make guns into stim toys. You just go like bang bang.
Miss.
I mean, when you're bored and it's like, man, I need some excitement around here. Just you pull it out and go.
I'm bored.
let
I
off
wonder
a few
what
rounds.
Cannon's up to. Bang, bang, bang.
If you let off a few rounds, who's gonna blame you?
Who among us, you know?
Amogus.
No, miss.
So we have the Manzai comedic duo.
Yes, miss.
That's us, right?
That's more of your and Kura's thing, it feels.
Which is the Uma and which is the Boke?
It doesn't remember off the top of its head. And besides, you both kind of switch.
I'm gonna look it up. And
Go!
umeboshi are pickled ume fruits, common in Japan.
The moats.
Go!
Huh. Pretty neat.
It's a good thing
Among
Brown is
Us,
here, because the
singular.
map in this game kind of sucks, miss.
It doesn't even tell you where you are.
Doesn't even tell me where I'm at. Well, no, it does tell you where you are. It's just very dense and hard to navigate.
And long.
And long. Well, it is an airship. Oh, snowman. Yes, Brown. Destroy the works of these children.
Oh, the straight man is the Sukomi, and the funny man is the Bokeh.
Ume and Bokeh, that might be...
Oh, that's something else, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a... Yeah, that is... isn't that
Oh,
like...
no!
Yeah, no, we're not yaoi, miss.
We're not yet. We can't be. We're not yaoi. We are not allowed to yaoi out.
Yaoi is hegemonic and distasteful. Oh, Diana, Diana, I love you with all my heart. Meg. Huh? Huh?
An enemy.
Oh, little freak. Oh! Oh, they've got movement. Oh, dude, Brown did it again! He did it again! Thank you, Brown. What a good dog.
This is infuriating. She took one look and said, "Nah." Yeah, that's right. Brown is a good boy. Good
Brown
boy,
is a good boy. He keeps breaking enemy pathfinding. What a good dog.
An item.
An ice pick.
Oh, one of those killed Trotsky.
Seems to have the same attack pattern as the knife, but probably does more damage. Either way, I can drop one of those off now. Did they kill Trotsky with an ice pick?
I'm pretty sure he got assassinated by a guy with an ice pick in, like, Mexico.
It's kind of beautiful.
Go!
Go, my psionic boo-boo bear.
Go!
Oh, it was an ice axe. You know, one of the things you use for climbing?
Lala, yeah. Baby crewmate sipping on the teat of a mother Mogus. Tricky.
I think I've seen that before.
It's going to sound really dour. It thinks that we've reached the point where Amogus isn't very funny anymore. But maybe it can't really say that because it's genuinely never played a game of Among Us in its life.
Oh, I played a good amount of it. Nothing special.
It just seems like all the part. Oh, the strong-willed princess and the unlucky girl listen quietly. That's why I don't like her. She follows me everywhere. It's pathetic. What do you think, Eleanor? She was writing you a love letter. I already got it. And ripped it in half. Oh, I tried to make the goat eat it, but it wouldn't even look at it. I see. Well, what should I do with the rest of the letter? Hey guys. As the unlucky girl stared at the black goat, it let out a desperate cry.
What could the goat have to say?
Jennifer found Meg's notebook. The Prince and the Princess, Aristocrat Club Manners, Meg's Invention Corner, Findings on the Lands of the Imps. Lesson 1.
Land of
Curtsy.
the Imps, huh?
It's a really good curtsy diagram for a despicable little child.
Yeah, I was drawn by a nerd child who has glasses.
Jennifer, your efforts this month deserve special recognition. You managed to find Peter and will be amply rewarded. The spinning chair.
The contraption.
Sold for an onion bag. Secrets of the land of... Aww. Following the popularity of airships, the orphanage built several. It blueballed us on the imp content.
God damn it, I was waiting for the imps.
Perfect timing, Jennifer. I have a job for you. Part of this letter was torn off and is missing. I need you to go find it. Oh, Diana, wherefore art thou? It seems to be a letter meant for Diana, but is torn and impossible to read.
Like a sine wave.
Go.
I love women.
Love women too.
Sometimes I just look at them and I think, wow.
You
What a woman.
you should curtsy more. Would you kill a 3-inch tall Among Us? Who came to us with that hypothetical? Who was
Boxed.
responsible? That was Box. Oh, that's such a. Oh God.
Where is Bakusu?
Yeah, summon Bakusu. She never has her damn notifications on.
Bakusu, Bakusu, Bakusu. There she is.
Bakusu. Yeah, you're gonna get her. You're gonna get her. Oh wait.
Go.
Brown?
Come.
Brown? Where'd you go?
Come.
Oh, there he is.
He just got stuck on geography.
Go.
He's
Geometry.
He's trying his best.
Just like Kura.
He really is putting in the work today.
Just like Kura.
Just like Kura. Oh God, do you think if we ever get, like, somewhat popular, people are gonna be like, have you ever seen Kura and Koichi in the same room?
Yes, actually.
Yeah. Actually.
I can see them in the same... I see the two in the same room all the time.
Why could have gone?
And what's the deal with airship food?
God. Jerry Seinfeld kind of fell off after Jerry Dark Seinfeld kind of fell off after that first set.
Well, I feel like I feel like the money went to his head.
The Darkroot Basin set, it was just so much recycled material, and that's kind of a standard thing for comedians to do, but I don't know.
I mean, the Sunlight Altar and Darkroot Garden aren't really that far apart. I'm willing to bet that half the crowd were coming back for seconds.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you gotta hear him go through, the same tired material, the Forest Seekers Covenant. We're in Darkroot Basin. I think we found it. Like, that's just like recycling half of his set from the Firelink Altar.
He just swapped the words.
He just swapped the words a little bit.
Yeah, it was at the Sunlight Altar, the one where you can go join the Covenant.
Yeah.
The boots and sword statue, as I sometimes call it.
It's very cool that we never see what that statue is supposed to depict.
Wonder if it'll come back in Elden Ring 2.
Think they're gonna make an Elden Ring 2?
I don't know. It'd be really fun. I think one of the funniest things you can do is continue to reuse the same piece of, like, continue to use the same thing in multiple different games,
Yeah.
even if it doesn't make sense for it to be there.
They should put like a little tiny one in an Armored Core game or something like that.
Next Armored Core, they just have it's just straight up the Moonlight Greatsword. Not the Moonlight Laser Blade, it's the Moonlight Greatsword.
They have to have done that at least once. God, it's Clock
Edward
Tower.
Scissorman.
Yeah, we need
Clock Tower is
reach.
very funny to me.
This one's never played Clock Tower. It's just he jumps out and he gets you.
It's a guy with a big pair of scissors. He's gonna get you.
He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you, miss. To be fair, giant pair of scissors is a really cool weapon.
I have to agree. Think about all the cool robots who could have giant scissor arms.
Yeah, we've got one of those.
We got one of those.
Oh, he's got a pitchfork. Oh, this one understands the meta.
Oh, so he's like a Hound of Tindalos. He can come out from anywhere.
Do we have to load the game? It might not be in the mood. It might not be in the mood for a horror.
Why don't you
game.
play Half Sword?
You want this one to play Half Sword, miss? People are gonna
Show
get the
them
wrong idea.
show them your moves.
People are gonna get the wrong idea about this one, miss. It's just not really feeling, and it needs to get Rule of Rose out of the way so that it can play. It can play. It really wants to play Silk Song, but it only wants to play it on stream. So we gotta do it one at a time. What's a Hound of Tindalos? Can you read?
Tindalos. The Hound of Tindalos is a Cthulhu Mythos beastie that can it targets the time travelers and it can jump out of any like sharp corner.
Are you sure you wanted to switch to? We'll do a short half sword interlude, miss.
Halfterlude.
A short half sword interlude. It got careless, admittedly. Well, he jumps
You
out
have to
and
feed the
gets you.
Demon Blade.
The demon. There is no demon blade though. Not in half sword.
You are the Demon Blade.
Understood, miss.
What if I was a Demon Blade? Would you love me?
Yes, miss. Of course, miss.
Excellent.
Soul Leader was a very foundational text for this one, miss. So there is a chance that this might also not work very well on for streaming on this one's end. It doesn't know how that'll affect the frame rate issues. As
long as there are no sea urchins.
It's Unreal it's Unreal Engine. This is what Miss wants. I'm going to change over the category. Miss really wants this one to kill.
I like watching you kill. I just go like...
Sea
"Ooh."
urchin? I barely know urchin!
And what's the deal with tournament food?
What's the deal?
I don't even know what the rest of that joke is supposed to be. I just know that he says, what's the deal with airline food?
Well, see, that's the thing, miss, is that it's not supposed to be... It's not supposed to be what's the deal. It's what's up with airline food. You know, like up, like
Oh.
like an
Because
airplane.
it's like an airplane.
Yeah, it sucks,
So-
miss.
I've never actually
Alright.
cared to listen to any Seinfeld bits. Are his bits basically just like word plays and situational comedy, but bad?
I mean, that's just comedy, miss. Anyway, we're gonna show you... This one's gonna show you some real half-sword gameplay. See, Miss is not very good at fighting. This one, however... I don't know
Show
why...
them the fisting action.
It must specify that this is what Miss wanted. just a short break.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's easy. It's easy. Now let's get spoiling so I can show you a real weapon of mass destruction.
Oh, that was over.
Oh, yep. We get kind of framey when there's multiple combatants, so that might be a problem.
Multiple goons.
Nah, that ain't going good. Yeah. The frames threw this one off. I might just be having an off day.
Honestly, turning around to see that other guy trying to get the guillotine with fucking wooden hoe.
But when it comes to just straight up fist fighting, because you can't just flail around like young Miss does. You gotta get in there, and then you grab them. You grab them and you gah.
Ooh.
And like it said, if you're ever attacked by children, just the humble cassowary.
Just unleash.
Just unleash.
You have more developed muscles and stronger bones.
Every day we come closer and closer to the Will Ferrell movie night with the shareholders, and it's not sure how to feel about that mess.
Which one are we gonna watch? I don't know anything
Well,
about
I mean,
Will
if we're
Ferrell.
talking about, like, fighting a bunch of grade schoolers, then we've got to watch Step Brothers, because that's, like, the emotional climax of the movie.
I've only seen, like, 2 movies that have Will Ferrell in it, and it's,
Yeah,
Elf.
none of the movies we're going to watch are going to age well.
I watched Elf, where where one of them parts is he calls, like, an actual dwarf guy an elf. I think it was,
That's really funny, actually.
who's the guy who always plays like a... Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage? Wow. Peter Dinklage
Peter
has been in
Dinklage
the
was in that
industry a lot longer than this one thinks, because, like, this one never heard about him before, you know, he was in Game of Thrones. Cha!
That was, like, the big thing, but he'd always been around doing... It was always there. Like,
Always there. Oh, they're not giving us good stuff to work with. This might be the end of it, miss. Oh, he's got an axe. Huh. Okay, can I... Okay, yeah, I'll drop that for later. I'm gonna try something. Ha! Okay, yeah, that didn't work. Okay. Ah! Just, like, break his arm. That's your best strategy here. Oh!
prevent him from using his full leverage.
Yeah, get him to trip over something, hopefully. Come on, you know you want to. You know you want to. Oh, you want to make such a dumb decision. Oh!
Do you think
Yes!
aircraft should have tits?
Yeah, of course, miss. But on the other hand, they're already pretty
Bringing a whole
attractive.
new meaning to airline food.
Oh, wow. Wow. What if... Wow. Wow. Wow.
Fat plane girl? Huh. Anyways, let's continue murdering.
Breastfeeding from a fighter jet. So we're gonna show you some... Is that a hoe or is that a... Buddy, can you drop that? Is that a hoe or is that a... Okay.
Oh, Box has arrived with a hypothetical for us.
Oh my god!
What would
no!
you do if you were just chilling and then a bald fat man came out of nowhere and asked, "Would you like one of my emeralds?"
Oh, this one doesn't know. If it's Robotnik, then he could be up to anything, miss. Alright.
What if the chaos energy corrupts me and I turn into an evil beast?
That would be very erotic, miss. You know its tastes well. Anyway, the pitchfork. This thing is this is a thing of beauty right here.
The pitchfork is an elegant weapon.
I wouldn't say elegant. You just kind of... Okay, it needs to stop
Like
messing
in
around.
Sonic the Comic?
There we go. Oh, wait. It let go too early. Because you can bash with it.
Ooh.
You can bash with it, but you can also... Oh! Yep.
He was...
He knew what this one was about.
Sonic the Conic?
Sonic the Comic. Sonic the Chronic. Real ones, remember.
Chronic illness.
My jaunty cap. Huh. Oh!
Oh, he's gonna really regret that one.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, you just need some reach. And once you get
Whenever
into the
Sonic
rhythm
tries to use the
once you get
emeralds,
into
he
the rhythm
turns
of
all
it, you
messed
just...
up and evil.
Oh! When you really... There we go. And then you just kind of kick him, give him a swift kick to break some of their ribs or perhaps his neck. And there you go. You're home free.
Elegant.
Now
Elegant is always
hose. Hose slightly have... They have a smaller sweet spot, but they have a bit of a range on you. So you've got to be careful. If somebody comes at you with a hoe in this tier, they know what they're doing.
It's one of those. It's one of those sleeper
This is really
picks.
the only. Yeah, actually, this one has been hit with a garden hose before in this game, and it like clearly like cleaved the back of its guy off. Now the axe is also deadly, but you just puncture the sternum, and it's child's play really. It's mild's play.
Just allow the blood to leave the body. Then evil Supersonic was separated and became his own being.
Then you have the
got
Grand
amnesia
Champion,
and befriended two
this
ladies.
This guy's got something going on. You'll notice he has a scythe. So he outranges you because he's giant. And if you step inside, you're just safe nowhere because he can just pull the scythe back. In fact, if we get to higher tiers, it'll show you... Oh, yep, he's done. He's done.
Ooh. Just had to run him through.
Nope. Disconnected, and we're back. But yeah, these earlier tiers, they're like child's play to this one. And honestly, it kind of likes it that way. It's happened to you before. Delightful.
It happened to my buddy Maxine once.
That happened to my buddy Maxine once. This one would like to see the Fat Plane Girl, if somebody found Fat Plane Girls on Tumblr. Now, at this tier...
Oh, I'll just DM it to you.
The Matrician's Choice. The Matrician's Choice is the longsword. You're not dealing with a lot of armor at the commoner tier. This thing can stab, but it can also slice. Choice of weapon is very important. You know, if you're not... So dual wielding seems cool, but it's a Dark Souls 1 kind of situation where you don't get a lot from it unless you're really good.
You don't really... Nothing really changes.
You
just handicap yourself for no reason.
You need a firm two-handed grip in this one's estimation. Just really get in there. Of course, we can't show much group combat because of just the limitations of this game. Unreal Engine 5, this one's below it. And you just slice the jugular. You just... right through. And then...
Man, you keep saying Unreal Engine 5, and I keep thinking of... They're remastering more games for some reason.
Oh,
you know?
Oh, that was right in
They're like, yeah, here we got our Halo remaster out. We just did the Oblivion remaster.
Oh, it's important to know when to submit. But yeah, let's try and get a little... Oh, tried to demonstrate a stab, and it thinks he cleaved right through my skull. Do not fear, however, because we do still have a chance in the Abyss.
Oh, the Abyss is quite fun.
And the Abyss is where I can demonstrate for you all the true top-tier weapon that you should take at any chance that you get is the candlestick. It's going to make sense in a second, it promises. Destroyed. Just a single thwack. And it just reduced him to bones. He melted before this one's eyes. Now, you've got the lantern. We're going to explain, yeah, sure, there's like an actual weapon in there. It thinks that's an axe or something, but no. We're gonna.
The axe is for beginners.
The axe is for beginners. This is for. Oh my God! A miscreant. You throw the lantern. Bring the candlestick up. And you just go. You can adopt a half sword kind of stance, hence the name, and use this pokey bit. Oh, yeah. Well, ideally, you would have used the pokey bit to puncture the skull, and maybe put him out of his misery. Maybe put him in a coma. It's all immaterial at this point.
Maxie asks, "Are you a noob, a pro, a hacker, or a god?"
This one doesn't want to get too full of itself.
A god.
No. Okay, see, now we run into a problem, because the only thing that can stop you is the almighty pitchfork.
However, if you successfully defeat him, you can have the pitchfork.
Oh, he got me. Oh, we got each other. We got each other. It becomes a question of endurance. That's truly how it is sometimes. Rest in peace, fellow pitchfork warrior. I'm gonna
Gone to a better place.
In just a second. He's gonna be gone to a better place in just a second.
Fucking whacking him with paddling him with the fucking like an oar. It's like
just
go to
hold
a
your
better
head still.
fucking place.
Okay, thinks he went to a better place. Nope. Okay, he went to a better place.
Would you take 10 million, but for the rest of your life, there's a snail that's trying to get you? I think I've heard this one before.
No. Material riches are good. However,
the existential dread of a snail
living a life
is
of fear. You know, it's already living a life of fear. So there is that. Like, it could just... Maybe it would take the 10 million, but at the same time, never truly knowing peace, never being able to work towards that peace, is kind of worse than what it's got right now. Oh! He thought he had me, miss. He thought he had me.
Oh, you were in the jaws of death.
It's working back into it. It's getting back in there.
Maxie wants to make out with the snail.
You want to make out with the snail? That will kill you, miss. This would kill you. So here's one for the real freaks, alright? If you find, commoner's fun, you get a sword. Everybody loves the sword, but the sword isn't dependable. It isn't safe enough. Just bring the pitchfork into battle. Trust it. Trust the process.
Pitchfork's where it's at.
You're going to see a polearm enjoyer at work. It also gives you faster progression. And check this shit out. Oh, you've got a sword. Nice reach, buddy. Yeah, how's that for a class divide?
That reach really helped you out, huh?
The reach really helps. You get faster progression, you get safer progression.
This is a demo for a game called Half Sword. Physics-based, medieval-style combat.
That's a pretty cool aeromorph. It's a little bit on the smooth side.
Where are her angles?
This seems more like a Dragon and Plane cosplay, going by, like, the drawings. It's okay, but it's...
Not horrible.
It's not horrible.
But it's not. It is not the vibe. This is real life.
This is real life, yeah. This is like a live.
It's just
feed.
like the Queen song.
This is.
Or
This
they're
is
like,
this
is
is
this
a
the real
live
life
feed.
or is this just fantasy?
This is outside my apartment right now, and it's so easy. It's easy, squeezy, and we're about to get an even worse polearm.
This is what it looks like in Florida right now.
This is what it looked. Yeah, this is live feed. This is live feed. It just works. It's hilariously easy. You don't even have to really charge him. You just give him a light pierce through the first and second rib, and you've won.
Well, because that's where the heart is.
It's downright humane. Plus, you're gonna love this. The great champion, his great sword, is usually the range bonus that he needs to make him a really tough opponent. But he doesn't want this. He doesn't want this smoke. Oh,
he doesn't
God!
want any of this.
Oh, God, he cut my hand off!
Oh, no!
Video games are fun.
Really gotta hand it to you.
Oh, now it's just getting sloppy. Now, shields can provide a bit of a problem, and this guy is pretty hardy. We gotta get it to him, but remember, you've always got the bash.
You can always... That's the great thing about most polearms. Even if you can't use the tip to its greatest effect, you always have a bashing stick.
See, don't worry. We're gonna... don't spoil my beautiful baby girl. Oh, yep. Injure the arm. Oh, oh, it's like fighting Vendrick. Oh my god. Oh, he's like a cornered animal. Oh, he's like a cornered animal. This might not go too well.
Artorias of the Abyss!
Oh, it's Artorias of the Abyss.
Box says to catch the weapon with our teeth.
Right through the leg. Get out of here.
Maxie says to kill him.
Oh, yes, miss. Well, alright, just line up the shot. Oh, my god. Is he still going? Does he have a... Oh, yep.
Oh. Oh!
He yet lives.
I don't think it's supposed to bend like that.
No, probably not. Yeah, he's probably dead. So, give this little demonstration with pole arms. So, you got a little... You know, when you swing a lot, you end up chopping like this. And this is a fine motion, but it degrades over time. You know, you kind of lose the plot of what you're doing. What you want to do, you know, if you're swinging your pole arm, you've got like a little switch grips kind of situation. Now, this grip is weaker. However, you get a little fucking like this. You get them from both sides. You know, now that's going to be important.
You have to overwhelm their defense.
You have to overwhelm their defense. Now, you can continue with the with the pitchfork if you're a freak. Now,
we have something even more powerful.
We're going to take faster stamina regen. Yeah, now we're going to introduce you to like an actual like... Oh, there she is. There's my beloved baby girl, the Plisson. This thing is for fucking sadists. Alright? We don't need the pitchfork anymore. This is for the real sickos. This is a weapon for team players only. You've got to have minimum $5,000 in stocks in our company if you want to wield one of these bad boys. However, it recognizes your dedication to the free market. Because we've
this is a limited time offer.
Got a pitchfork that can do that. It's not even a fight at this point, especially at this tier. And we get to keep this weapon for quite a few tiers, and even then, you can do the pitchfork thing and bring it forward. However, the only thing that can stop a bad guy with a Plisson is a good guy with a Plisson.
Have we ever put this up against a pitchfork and see?
We haven't, actually. We haven't had the opportunity. Ooh. See, I gotta practice what I preach with the hand switch. Oh! Yep,
Maxie says, do the big spinny.
He's done. Do the big spinny? I don't know if... Oh, well, actually, you can kind of... If we get a good opportunity for it, it'll do the big spinny. It'll do the 360 no-scope. Okay. Whew! Oh! He got me! But I also got him a little bit. Okay, we need to finish this out before I bleed out. We'll try the big spinny again. Yep, that got him. Good thing, too, because...
Koichi.
We'll try the big spinny again. Yeah, this is fortuitous. Bah! Got him in the way. Bah!
Fox, why did you watch a video of Shadow beating up Pomni?
Big spinny for Maxine. Hell yeah. But that's the kind of things that you can do with Plisson. This thing is a miracle worker. This will turn any child soldier into your best operative.
Into a memorial.
So Canada needs some names for the list of victims of communism, and I'm doing my part. Oh, 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 okay, play it safe, play it safe. Know when to give up. Yeah,
Victory in a single battle is not worth your life.
sometimes with the Plaison, you just, once, you do one flick of the wrist, and you've punctured their entire,
You finished it.
just their entire cranial area. You've
There's
gotten
nothing
straight
left
up
to put up
gurgling.
a
Let's
fight.
get another fucking spin! Spin attack, miss! Spin attack. Spin attack. Yeah, see, the spin attack is a viable strategy with the Plaison. However, this boss has a bit of a counter to it in that he has a longer Plaison. And a little bit more protection. Oh! Oh, I can't take another hit like that, miss. I can't. Oh, I can barely take another hit. I can barely stand up. However, we wounded him a little bit.
Perhaps it's a
yep.
case of attrition.
Yep. If you can't hold on to your weapon, you're better off just submit and come back for him again. It's not worth your life. Also, the Abyss gets very hard, like, at this point for this one. Because you have to beat the last boss of the tier below you. Oh, he's going
While
for-
doing the Abyss bullshit.
While doing the Abyss, you don't get control over what you have. But yeah, this game is like entirely free. If anybody at home wants to play it and you think your computer can run it, it's not well optimized. It is worth playing though. You know, for a demo, this one has put almost 30 hours into it. It's a lot
You
of
could
fun.
really get your fun out, your
can-
money's worth.
You can really get your lack of money's worth. Need to make him commit, but he's too crafty right now. Oh, rake the legs. You gotta be okay with wounding them sometimes. You know, you've gotta harry them like a wolf with its prey. Ooh, yeah, he's not doing too great. He's not doing too hot. Oh! Yep. Yep. That's game, set, and match.
Ooh,
Oh! You hear that crack?
that's what we like
It's
to
also
see.
got the force to shatter bones. You cannot go wrong with the Plaison. It's just...
What would
it's
I do with
where it's
Maxwell's notebook? Make
mom.
men into women.
Yeah, the female potion. Now you may be wondering, well, what can outdo the Plaison? The answer: nothing. You found your life mate for the next couple of tiers. However, there are even more devastating polearms. We'll get to those in a second, but even at this tier, even now that we've introduced better shields, now that we've introduced better armor, you can just keep hitting.
Unleash.
You can just keep hitting. You don't even gotta do the bam, bam. You can just keep chopping. Like you're taking down a tree, really. It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty. And I really wish
Admirable.
I really wishes that it could show you how useful it is in a group setting. Because where it really shines is you can just demolish like 3 or 4 other people with this thing. Oh, ooh! He might have gotten me. This might be where our run ends. Oh, that's a shame. Hopefully it'll be able to show off the Bardiche.
Oh, the Abyss.
Oh, the misery! Two hands, and goodbye. Oh, sometimes they'll grab you. It really likes that the bone-breaking sound effect is not affected by, like, the volume sliders.
It's just there.
It's just there. Alright, our metal slime cap. And the lantern, going to be much more effective with this, because you can just... Whoop, Oh, yep, I'm still remembering how to throw. Now, he's got an axe. That's a little bit dangerous. Just kidding.
The axe is only dangerous if you
Is its
manage to
commentary
hit you.
annoying? Oh, yep, and here we go.
I like its commentary.
Alright, grab some Christmas pants. Is the season. Look at him.
Oh, I do not like Christmas.
Dressed as a full... Oop, oop, oop. Remember to switch to an offhand weapon. If your arms break, being able to defend yourself at all is better than not being able to defend yourself. Really insightful commentary. But yeah. And that's half sword, baby.
That's the way it goes.
That's the way it goes. You win some, you lose some. If you want to
The
become
only thing
a
annoying
first-rate
Maxine
kind of guy,
is her hair and worrying about uni.
Uni, be less worrying. Polly jumped into a sketchbook and Shadow drew a grenade on it to blow her out of it. What are you...
A box watched a video of Shadow versus Pomni, and I don't really understand the appeal.
Gonna be honest, Amazing Digital Circus is not it for this one. Alright, now before we go back, I'm gonna show you one of my second love after the Plisson. It's this bad boy. I think it's gonna be a Bardiche. Sadly, they don't have Naginatas in the game yet. But once you get the range down on this thing, it's quite something.
They could turn this into the coolest, deadliest warrior video game.
They really could. This is what they should have used for Deadliest Warrior when they're like, ah yes, we fed our data points into the program. Now it's time to see how our warriors match up. And it's always just like a spreadsheet. Like, they make it sound so cool. Like it's like simulating all of these fights, and it kind of is, but really it's just like assigning weighted values to die rolls and just kind of randomizing it over thousands of iteration. And it's like, and this is how we've proven that a Maori warrior can take out a Shaolin monk. And that doesn't prove anything. It's a fun exercise, but like... Alright. And when they get in close, and you want a little bit of... Bam! You get a little bit less you get a little bit less of a fulcrum going this way. But there it is. Now, you can also, you know, if you want to be... I don't know if I'll be able to demonstrate it. Yep, he's down. You can also, you know, if you want to get a little freaky, what you do? You overswing, you get over their shoulder, right?
And you hook them.
When you bring it into a half sword stance, the blade strikes back. So you gotta have it like out, bam. It's beheaded quite a few guys like that.
I can prove a gun can kill any martial artist, but that doesn't make martial arts lamer than ballistic. Precisely.
Also, like, yeah, a gun can kill a martial artist, but what if you miss? What if they do some Kiryu Kazuma shit, you know?
What if they replace your
miss, but...
What if your gun was replaced with rubber bullets?
What if this isn't even accounting for the rubber bullets? Oh, a Bardiche brother. You gotta get in close. You gotta get in close and hope he doesn't think of it first. That's the only way to take down a Bardiche brother. Also, what if they dodge? What if they sidestep the bullet?
I don't know, shoot again. What if you misfire and what if your gun explodes?
What if your gun explodes?
Fox wants scallops.
Get scallops, Fox. But like, I don't know. Like, yeah, a gun could kill a martial artist, but like, sure. It's like a very picayune statement to make. It's very like, yeah, a gun could kill many things. That's why we have it.
Guns are very effective for what they are. What about a Zip 22? Isn't that the one that was just doesn't work?
There are a lot of guns that just don't work. One more hit and then we're going back in. Going back into the Rose Mines. Want to make progress.
See, this is what you needed to boost your morale.
Okay, one more. Just one more kill, miss.
Just one more kill?
Just one more. But it's really going to take its time with this one. Oh, he's trying to half sword already. Oh, whoop, my controller disconnected. Gonna let him flounder for a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just leave it in. What's this? Oh, could it be that I have a sword too? It's very bad at torturing people, miss.
You blew your load too easily.
It blew its load too easily, miss.
This doll cannot contain its loads.
It's okay. Alright, we're gonna do one more, but it's gonna have a funny gimmick.
You said one more two rounds.
It's gonna have a funny gimmick and it's probably gonna die. Alright. First person mode, let's go. Bardiche versus Bardiche. Oh. Oh god, this is so much harder. This really does make you think about how much visibility you lose with these helmets, you know? Oh, yep, there he goes. Oh god. Yeah, it saw his head snap right off.
You know, and a lot of, particularly in video games, there's this assumption that you know you have perfect vision, and no matter what helmet.
Yeah, that's just foolish, miss.
There's also rarely any situation where like your helmet can fall off or be knocked off.
You need a fan base again?
I think with regards to Maxine's lore construction.
You had a fan base? Damn. Didn't know you were real like that. This one's never really had a fan base for what it makes.
You have me.
I mean, yeah, but, like, you're its girlfriend. It'll draw, like, a dumb little Toho OC that looks like a 7-year-old made it, and you'll be like, oh my god, wow, hi!
She's so cute.
Faustus
so beautiful.
Sieglund, hi!
They took advantage of your lore, but they paid attention? They did not pay attention. The most attention they paid was to tell you that your ideas were...
Disregard
ideas
Lauren
were
just
better.
right.
Honestly, throwing caution to the wind and trying to write something is often better than just being like, well, I need to have all these other things first. I mean, yeah, it's okay to like making lore, but our suggestion is less about don't
You always seem
enjoy
so
making
unhappy
lore.
about making lore, though, like most of the time. And
Yeah,
he believes
that's
that
a
people
big
who
part of
make
it.
lore are perpetually unhappy.
Because there's always something that has to be fixed or added or changed, or this thing doesn't make sense, or they have to retcon something.
Yeah. At a certain point, you've just got to send it. You just got to send it, you know? It is also hard for some readers to get invested, and, like, if you want a fan base, you know, it can be hard to get invested without some proper nouns to attach to what's happening. You know, a story taking place in that lore to make it want to read the lore entries.
Who is a we need you need someone who is, for example, a water magic user to really be like, yeah, this is a person who is immersed in this, in whatever aspect you're trying to portray.
Let's see, is the stream working well? Let's change it off a half sword. We're gonna have some very confused half sword fans. I don't know. Do whatever you think is right. We don't know what we're talking about. These are all just suggestions, and not very good ones.
No, they're good suggestions. It's just when it comes to writing, particularly when you're trying to write a story or trying to write information, someone on the outside can only do so much to say, oh, you should do this, or why don't you try this? It always comes down to whoever is doing the writing to commit and go, I will do this.
Alright, can I open a window real quick, miss?
Ooh, ah.
Get in the second tower, miss?
Not quite.
The second tower!
Locomotion through violence is just not that effective.
Understood, miss.
The second tower?
Many things do, miss.
What was all that about the second tower?
Miss Rachel is playing Noita and turning herself into a bomb again, miss.
9/11?
9/11, miss.
Hit. Like Battleship.
Go.
Alright, let's keep it quick and maybe take an opportunity to save before we get in too deep this time.
Go.
The Noita is your favorite Chaos Gremlin? I might have to agree, Maxine. Things just explode around the Noita. Box changes characters so often, but some are perpetually the same forever. That seems on brand.
It just has a distaste personally for like sitting down to like write out lore. It mostly just wants to write about people, for lack of a better term, to write about entities.
I hate Skyrim.
This one is just much more interested in like personal connections and relationship as well as like allegory. Like it purposefully keeps the lore of a lot of its writing very loose because it needs to be able to be an allegory for whatever it wants to talk about. So its lore is changing from like short story to short story, if you can even call it lore at this point.
It's whatever is needed to service the narrative.
Whatever's needed to service the narrative, and this isn't really prescriptive, this is just kind of describing its own experience with writing and world building, sort of.
The only way to get better at writing characters is to do more of it, and to you know, reach out and experience. Okay, this is what I would like a character. This is the kind of character I would like to write about or write more of.
The freezing compartment.
Oh, it's cold in there.
But then again, this one barely writes, so...
Well, it can be hard to actually build up the strength and, you know, mental fortitude when you're having to contend with daily survival under capitalism.
Yeah. And, like, it's trying to do other things. It's been trying to draw more. It's... A lot of its time that it, like, can work up creativity, like, its first priority usually has to be tabletop, because that happens every week. The humble ice pick.
Stabber.
The stabber. Going to Jeff to kill them.
I hate the English. Sipping liquid hate. Isn't that the thing from 28 Days Later?
It's like the rage virus or something. It doesn't know what's going on with 28 Days Later anymore, and honestly, it's more and more disgusted each time it, like, takes a look at it. Because, like, now they're trying to do, like, a 28 Days universe, and, like, oh, 24 years later, 24 weeks later, and it just... 24...
Oh no, that's the stuff Jeff the Killer was injected with to become evil.
No, miss. Liquid hate, okay, was what they injected into Jane the Killer.
Oh.
Oh gosh, it's like you don't even pay attention when this one reads off the creepypasta wiki to you.
All of them sound the
my
same to me,
God.
honestly.
Yeah,
Oh,
because her
the
name's
scary, tragic
Jane.
backstory.
Her
Who
name
now
is Jane the Killer.
Since when has anyone ever been named Jane and had, like, any sort of, you know, boxes filled with liquid hate like a gusher?
Like a gusher.
Box,
Like
are you a gusher?
Like a gusher, miss.
Like a gusher.
Like a gusher. Can't wait.
Gushing
24
granny,
centuries
no.
later. They will. They will. It's so stupid. Man, we haven't hit this child yet.
"28 Days Later" was a very fascinating movie, and I think about the movie itself a lot.
It's a good
Because
movie.
it had a lot to say about... The thing I always focus on is the colonial aspect of it. Now, maybe that's just me being weird and being like, yes, the British Empire fucking sucked. Anyone who has fond memories of the English are probably deluding themselves.
I mean, it's set in the British Isles very much for a reason. Although you were a little bit more tuned into the colonial themes of that movie than this one ever caught on to. Could you kind of re-walk it through that, if you don't mind? And for the people at home.
So part of what happens in 28 Days Later is that they have the not quite zombies outbreak.
Yeah.
With the rage virus, and the entirety of the United Kingdom falls into ruin. One of the few groups that is that we know are actually surviving is a small group of English soldiers who have made their new home in a old aristocratic manor.
Yeah.
All but one of them are rank and file. The leader is a major. The rest of their unit was wiped out, and the nearby city was burnt to the ground.
Yeah.
I'm talking myself through it so I can try and reconstruct it in my mind. A big part of what happened was, okay, so all of these infected are turned into these aggressive, gibbering creatures.
Yeah.
The only infected soldier who is still alive is one of the only two black members of their group.
Right, it remembers now. Yeah, the imagery in there is not subtle, honestly. It doesn't believe that you had to point it out to this one, honestly. But you did.
You point out the race of the soldier that was infected, but...
Well, I mean, to be fair, that was the first time it had rewatched it in quite some time. And, like, when you see the conditions that they keep him in post-infection, it's really hard not to see the imagery that they're using. Like, they strip him down, they put him in shackles. Like, it's very obvious what they want to evoke with that.
He's in shackles, he's tied up in, like, an inner courtyard where they can observe him from afar.
And then, further, you've got the fact that, these are all Englishmen, and another one of their number that they turn on is the deeply religious member of their group who doesn't think that what they're doing with either their infected fellow comrade or the women is, like, correct and objects to it. And it's very, like, isn't it all but outright stated that he's Protestant? That he's Catholic instead of Protestant?
Yes, he's Catholic instead of Protestant.
Protestantism is the dominant religion in England, so, like, that whole second part of the movie is just about how, minorities get essentially cannibalized to keep the white aristocracy going, and everybody, everybody who's part of that hegemonic group, no matter if they're at the bottom of that ladder or at the top of it, implicitly benefits. They all, for lack of a better term, get a turn with the girl if their, plan works out.
If they play along, if they do their part, if they are willing to stoop so low.
Yeah. It's been a while since we saw the movie because we are kind of like falling over ourselves, but it's a great movie.
One of the
Anybody
soldiers
who has a
was
stomach for it
surviving.
should watch it.
One of the surviving soldiers was black. Another was either Indian or Hispanic, based on skin color, and all of the other ones were white English.
Yeah.
They appeared in terms of their vocabulary and their accents to be lower class, while the officer had a very deliberate way of speaking that reads upper class.
Naturally.
He's also notably the only one who wears a dress uniform at any time during the movie. Whereas all the other ones are wearing some variety of their combat dress. One of the soldiers, the least masculine one, gets forced into the position of head chef. Is forced to wear a frilly apron, and the others are constantly...
It thought that it was the other way around, that because of his skill set as a cook and having cultivated this traditionally seen as feminine role and skill set, was, harassed and bullied by the other members of the troop, despite them needing his skill set. So, he provided a very real use to his fellows, but because he did not perform masculinity well enough, even through
he was
the act of
emasculated.
providing for them, he was emasculated further. We need to watch the movie again to, really do, a proper, deconstruction and, walk people through the themes, but, the second part of that movie is incredibly rich with... It isn't even allegory, it's just showing you,
It shows you exactly what it is through the lens of the zombie horror.
Yeah.
Which is rather genius, because the only thing that separates the infected from normal humans is their behavior. So it strips the racial aspect of it while also putting it into a context where you can't help but see all of the parallels it's making.
And honestly, that's kind of this might be kind of reaching, but you can't help but... It's gonna pause to get its thought out. You can't help but notice that there is a kind of... Oh, god damn it, Lily's playing Warframe. We told her to get some rest.
Should we DM her?
You should get some rest. Don't push too much. If she's sick, she knows what will make her feel better. And if that's Warframe, it just happens to be Warframe sometimes.
But yes, 28 days later.
Everyone should be emasculated forever. Okay, so there's a difference between being feminized and being emasculated. But you like what you have. What? What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm not sure what Uni means by that. But emasculated is basically someone... It's
being punished for failing to perform masculinity, as opposed to being, feminized is being guided into femininity. It's different ends that sometimes share the same means, but usually not really.
It's the kind of thing where it's you're not manly enough, so we're gonna beat the manliness into you.
Emasculation, notably, requires the subject to still be seen as a man. Again, there's a lot of rich social commentary in the second half of 28 Days Later, and it recommends anybody who has the stomach for that kind of thing. You're getting parts chopped off? Oh, don't worry, it's going to chop parts off of you anyways. Because that's how it expresses friendship.
The candy dog.
You got to keep your parts? Anyways.
Like, you have
But
joints,
you can't
don't
help
you?
but see, like, kind of like an allegory for solidarity, because at the end of the movie, again, spoilers for 28 Days Later, when the notably white male lead, begins to turn on the troops, despite their promise of safety, despite their promise of a place among them, if he allows the soldiers to do as they will with the women, it's notable that the movie starts to portray him in the same way that it portrays the zombies. It starts to do shots from his point of view. It starts to
Shaky cam, scattered shots of
cinematically frame
movement.
him as it frames the infected. And the plan only works because they free the infected soldier as well. Breaking his chains was essential to liberating all of them. You can't be free unless everybody that you can is free.
And in freeing the soldier, that sets the stage for all of the others to be defeated and killed, because that throws them into disarray, and it basically puts them in a position where they don't have their group solidarity.
And again, maybe this is reaching really far. We don't know a lot about the people who made 28 Days Later, but you can't help but see it and think about it and be like, when you think of the soldier who was infected, he is seen as the least human out of all of them on the gradient of being minorities, right?
Despite having ostensibly been a part of their number until recently.
But his literal emancipation from the chains is essential to starting the dominoes that allows them to all escape the grasp of the English military. It's, because we talk about this a lot, the most oppressed among us need to be liberated first. Or not necessarily first, but their liberation needs to be focused on, and that's the whole point of intersectionality.
Everything comes in stages, and you look after it.
Yeah. But you're also not free until what is seen as the least among you is free. That's why so much of intersectionality focuses on centering the people who have the kind of compounding conditions,
Someone who is disabled.
Somebody who is disabled.
Also trans, someone who might be a child and has no real say in how their life is going to be run for them.
And, the hypothetical of not even hypothetical, this is somebody who exists, and I shouldn't talk about it like that, but, the black trans disabled child should probably be our barometer for how well we're doing in the project of mutual liberation and aid. It says it's just beating the devil out of these children.
We're talking about the children's liberation movement.
Some of these themes may be reaching. This is a film that was made in the early 2000s. It's not the most progressive thing you're ever going to watch, but it's definitely worth a watch. And this is all only stuff that happens in the second half. There's still so much in the first half of the movie. But again, I'd have to watch it again to really, come on, get off of me. Dreadful little child. Brown, help! Oh, God. You know what? This is a survival horror game. It needs to hit the bricks more.
This is no Dark Souls. Well, it is you have to treat it like Dark Souls, but it's not.
You've got to hit the bricks from time to time. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here, Brown. These children don't know how to open doors. Yeah, really thematic.
They don't know how elevators work.
Really thematically rich movie. High recommend. It's one of this one's favorite films.
I guess if we're continuing to examine it through lenses, in the beginning of the movie, when what's his name wakes up in the hospital,
a sequence that The Walking Dead mercilessly ripped off, and nobody ever talks about this, but it's 1-to-1. The Walking Dead version is just worse.
But when he's waking up, it really that can be viewed through again through the lens of disability. If you are someone who has specific medical needs, you are seen as lesser by society around you.
Yeah.
not because you have less to contribute, but because you quote unquote have more to
More to drain.
you're draining resources, and they see that if you need more resources, that means that's stuff that they are being deprived of somehow.
Yeah. And, you know, in the wake of the zombie apocalypse, they really just leave him to die. They don't put him out, they don't put him down, they don't even attempt to move him, they just leave him there. Which, like, yeah, it's a zombie apocalypse, but at the same time, you know, that's really emblematic of how disabled people are treated, both on the day-to-day and in disaster situations.
He wakes up alone, with nothing around him, no one around him.
Somebody mentioned a black trans disabled child. Yeah, you know, Maxine, people like Maxine have to be, like, the barometer for how well we're doing in the project of intersectional liberation. And a lot of people somehow still don't quite get that. And it has to apologize because it doesn't know how, but, like, we still need to have this conversation in 2025. This one doesn't think of itself as the most politically aware or active individual, but, like, it doesn't understand how others haven't gotten this yet, how this is still a conversation we need to have on social media and just in general. Okay. Now I'm taking these little brats a little bit more seriously this time.
Half sword was definitely what you needed.
Half sword allowed it to unlock, miss. Yeah, break the ribs. Okay, yep, reposition. How are we doing? Half health, delightful. I don't know, this one would like to talk about this sort of thing more on the air and off the air, but it's just hard not to feel like such a white liberal about it, you know? Especially when it's on air, and it's like, oh god, people can hear this, and it's playing the video game, it's attacking the children.
We're mostly talking to people who we are already close with, and probably have a good understanding of this already.
And what we're trying to get at, even if we kind of fumble over our words. It's also, we are talking about a movie neither of us have seen for months, but it did leave a huge impact on us.
Because I every so often I think about it and it's like, yeah, that is it intentionally or not has a lot of commentary on the colonialist project. You turn even the lowest in your original hegemony, they are power over others. They'll take that opportunity for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Brown, where are we going? These two. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go there in much better shape. We're not gonna get bogged down fighting children. We're only going to fight as many children as we need to.
Only the necessary amount of
children
put into the grave. Oh, you know who hasn't been showing up? Kofi Bot. When I changed the password, it changed the permissions.
Oh, Kofi Bot sister.
Allow me to...
Come. Go. Go.
Authorized. Alright, she should be fixed. She should be on her way back now.
Yippee! Good catch, miss.
There she is! Hello!
Hello, Kofi Bot, hi!
Oh, we can, add an alert overlay whenever... Like an alert box.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have an alert box. It hasn't set that up yet. We never...
No one gives us money.
No one gives us money. Don't give us money through Twitch. But we never get followers, you know? But don't give us money through Twitch. Don't give us money through Twitch. You're wasting our time and your money. Just like PayPal it to Lexi
yes,
directly.
Box. You could PayPal it to me directly, but the Ko-fi is the most efficient, non-intrusive route you can pick.
Hi, Box. Yep, sidestep, move around. No time for you.
No time for shenanigans, boy.
God, this little fight club in here is brutal.
Some say Kos. No, Kos, or some say Kozum.
Grant us eyes. Grant us eyes.
Man, I FromSoft's game design really, I have to admire it.
It's a shame about the everything.
Yeah.
Because, like, it really wants to like what they're doing. However, they make it very difficult. Like, right now, you know, the absolute no support for Night Rain.
The radio silence.
The radio silence on whatever they're doing for Part 2 of Armored Core 6, because we know they're going to do that.
We have to assume that they will do it. Armored Core has been their bread and butter forever.
I'm starting to think that they're not going to do it, because Armored Core is no longer their bread and butter. Like, it doesn't believe that Armored Core 6 made more money than Elden Ring. It doesn't believe Armored Core 6 made more money than Dark Souls 3. Maybe it's wrong, it would like to be wrong, because it likes Armored Core an awful lot. But Armored Core might stop being their golden child. Especially if Armored Core 6 causes consumers to expect a certain level of quality from the series, when it's always been like a very technically proficient series. It's never had like bad graphics, but it did, you know, FromSoft.
AC6 was a level beyond what they'd been able to do previously.
Well, it's technological and budget flow, you know, and it resulted in a very beautiful looking game, maybe one of the best mech games ever made. But it's also not easy to make them like it used to be. And that coupled with the fact that their Soulsborne titles are doing much better, and the fact that they seem to be wanting to branch out in pretty bad ways, frankly. They seem to be really infatuated with the idea of these, like, kind of live service-esque games, and Night Rain was kind of a test for that, in this one's opinion, and you can see them lean into it fully with Duskbloods. Really, we have to pray for the downfall of Duskbloods. Like,
Duskbloods is going to release on the Switch too, and at this point, is anyone even going to be able to buy one?
Is it only
if they don't
2?
already have one?
Like, it being Switch 2 exclusive is insane. Got him.
Night Rain is honestly rather excellent. It's just
Night Rain is good, but it's unfinished. Like,
it feels like it's missing things.
There are things omitted that, like, make it feel really weird. Like, it just feels weird to play the game, and we can accept that it's an asset flip of a lot of Elden Ring stuff. But they didn't even use that idea to its fullest extent. You don't get, like, anything from Shadow of the Erd Tree in terms of weapons, and a few bosses here and there. And then you get to the bosses. Don't get me started about the bosses, miss, because the way Night Rain is set up, so for people who haven't played Night Rain, it's set on a 3-day cycle. You go through day 1, you fight a big boss at the end of day 1. You go through day 2, fight a big boss at the end of day 2, and then on day 3 you fight, like, the final boss you set out to kill.
Maybe we should play some on stream sometime.
That might be fun, actually. This one would not say no to a Night Rain stream, and neither would Kura. Night Rain is very good. It must stress this. It likes Night Rain enough, but you run into problems with there's not enough randomization in the bosses, for instance. And keep in mind, this is a roguelike. So you run into this problem a lot where, particularly when the DLC release, because the DLC will only pull from a pool of a smaller pool of DLC bosses. And this results in, like, there are 2 variations that you can see in the bosses.
And one variation is objectively better than the other.
And one variation is objectively better than the other. You either get Demon Princes on day 1, and you're like, okay, time to lock in, this run might be happening, because the Demon Princes are a fun fight, they're easy to do. Or you get something that's not Demon Princes, and you're like, oh, it's going to be Moog day 2. May as well put on a baby sensory video, because Moog is just not worth the trouble of fighting compared to the Demon Princes. But the problem with that is, it's not that Moog is hard, it's that we can already tell it's going to be Moog based on the day 1 boss. It forgets exactly what it is.
Because the day 1 boss, the Demon Princes, the surviving prince leaves, and then he comes back for day 2.
It's entirely too predictable, Rachel. Is, like, you can just kind of see things coming, and there's not enough randomization in the aspect. There is a single map in the base game. If you get the DLC, there's 2 maps. Okay?
And sure, there's a lot of variation on what can be on the map.
There's not a lot of variation. There's like 24 in total. There are 24 layouts for the map in a game where you're expected to run through it a bunch of times. I've run through that map countless times. This one has played the game for about 80 hours, so don't think it has
the worst part is that even those variations are only tied to specific bosses. You only get certain spawns if you have a certain boss.
Yeah.
Meaning, if you only have if you're going after one boss and you're running it again and again and again, you're gonna see the same tiles maybe 10 times.
It's just not enough variation for a roguelike, and it really suffers in that regard. Even if the combat is fun, it's hard to enjoy. And this, coupled with them completely dropping support for it, you know, it's you know,
Love letter.
it feels like it's going to end in an unfinished state, and it's not great that they're pulling resources from a good game like Night Rain for Duskbloods, which is just going to be a Soulsborne extraction shooter. Who asked for that? On the Switch 2, which, like, who owns a Switch 2? Who owns a Switch 2 and is really into FromSoft games, you know? Because at this point, it doesn't really feel like
Why
the
do
average
you have
consumer.
it?
You know, I should let the children talk.
How could she? How could she do that to me? What did I ever do to her? I can't get along with girls like her.
It's into the onion bag for her.
Onion bag?
What? Onion bag.
Oh no.
Mantises? Bugs?
Ugh.
Ooh.
Oh. Nightmarish. Was that a dead lizard?
Probably.
Oh, God. Can you turn the light on this? Thank you. Helps with tracking.
Alright.
Oof,
John
what a
Nintendo,
nightmare.
who will play every Switch 2 game?
Well, this one killed John Nintendo.
Oh.
It should start killing, it should start killing Nintendo YouTubers. They're universally very annoying people.
Heroic, says Maxie.
Good. I will cleave the saint and cleave the sinner alike. Let's see. a sort of speedrun game, but even within that context, it needs to unlock the pre-boss pool. See, the pacing of Night Rain is perhaps the worst part of it. Like, as much as it likes the combat in Night Rain, and, like, it's so cool.
It has a lot to offer.
It has a lot to offer when you're actively fighting, but if you're trying to plan out your route, if you're trying to figure out what you should do, if you're trying to just take a look at the thing that you got, you don't have a chance to do that because the pace of the game is so fast. Like, the days just fly by, and it's like, okay, time to fight the boss, so you get into this habit of, like, you just kind of grab whatever. You just kind of either go wherever, or you rely on someone like
You
Rachel,
have to
who's got
make
a good head for
very
this kind of thing.
split-second decisions, and you don't have time to, think about anything.
Which makes it very unfun to play with randos, which is how a lot of people, this one has to assume, are going to play it.
If there's a way to change it so you can, extend the timers,
it's flawed.
Maybe I'd enjoy it more.
It's flawed, but, like, it's flawed, but a good game, and doesn't deserve to just kind of be, like, abandoned like this. Because we got a DLC, and they're like, that's it. No Shadow of the Erd Tree weapons, no extra costumes, even though you could just put out a bunch of asset flip costumes and we'd clap, just bring in some Dark Souls 3 models, and this one's gonna go insane. It worked before.
Did we hear Yorm the Giant?
Like, it's frustrating because it's such an easy game for them to milk, and they could have just milked it a little bit more, and this one would have been really happy. You know, it's a lot of nostalgia baiting, and this one has nostalgia.
It's the kind of thing that should be like a real love letter to the previous games, and like
and at first
bring back old things.
Did feel like that. You know, when the game released, and you kind of had this expectation, like, okay, they're going to give this game some support, and then they talk about how, like, well, you know, they're only going to do the one DLC, but then you're like, okay, but the DLC is going to be meaty. The DLC is going to be massive, because this is a FromSoft DLC. Even if it's a side project, if we get something, you know, on par with how, like, Artorias of the Abyss or, you know, the Ringed City felt, you know.
Both of which were very linear, but they offered a lot in terms of gameplay and expansion of the world.
And we're fresh off of Elden Ring, which had Shadow of the Erd Tree, which was like a 40-hour expansion. You know? Like, they told us to temper our expectations, but even tempered, like, you kind of expect that FromSoft is going to...
We thought there was going to be more.
Is going to put their whole pussy into it. But the fact is, you look at the support that it got post-launch, and no new weapons... 2 new characters, which is fine. Characters take a lot of work to design for a game like this, and the characters that they gave us were really cool and interesting. 2 new Night Lords and a handful of new bosses, most of which were in Elden Ring, and to be fair, this one doesn't really care about Elden Ring bosses in Night Rain. The main draw to Night Rain is fighting Dark Souls bosses in Elden Ring. Which is, you know,
all of the Elden Ring bosses, you could just put them into Night Rain and nothing.
They do change. They do change stuff. They give them new movesets and, like, unique things to do, and it's really cool and hype. But it's not as hype as fighting Artorias with a new moveset, which we haven't even gotten to do yet because he's just not in the rotation
have to fight
for the first DLC
exactly.
boss. Which, why? You know, a lot.
Maybe
of
we have to
baffling
try
decisions.
the dedicated roguelike mode. The Dead of Deep of Night or whatever it's called. Because that one doesn't tell you what night you're going to fight.
You need to take your meds before you route for us, Rachel. It's very distressing when it's high and lost because of you.
Because of woke.
Because of woke, Rachel.
You know, I wish I had meds.
You know what? Fair. Well, we got some right here.
Those are not the same.
Puppy treats.
Puppy treats.
Honey, that would make the ADHD worse.
Yeah, you're right. If memory serves me correctly, you finally found a piece of your precious oath. Now, weave together the memories that shall serve as your beacon of light. Your beacon of light.
I gotta go use the bathroom real quick. I will
Wawaga.
return shortly. Wawaga. Fire hose.
Even true love is quickly shredded by...
A goat.
Even true love is quickly shredded by conflict. The unlucky girl remembered the promise she made to her dear friend, and so she wrote it on the chalkboard. So she'd never forget it, ever, again. But yeah, who true love? Making progress at a good clip today. Don't know if we're going to go too much longer, but again, it just wants to get back in the habit of streaming. Because it wants to finish this game. And it wants to play Silk Song so bad. That was a pretty short chapter. Good morning, Jennifer. Do you remember anything new? I see. You remember one of them. But that's still not good enough. You're such a silly girl. Hurry, hurry. Read the story, Jennifer. We'll wait here until Miss comes back. Maybe this one will take an opportunity to grab some water. All of you at home, make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Have you eaten recently? Have you been drinking water? If sleep's been giving you trouble, consider grabbing some shut-eye early this time. Remember to check the weather forecast tomorrow. Oh, yep, looks like rain tonight.
Yeah,
That means puppies get high.
we were getting a little bit when we were coming home from getting lunch. Because that's what it ended up being. And I just did not want to deal with like wet on top of everything
You guys
else.
got lunch?
When we went grocery shopping, we decided to get something in the area, and we got stuck in traffic for an hour. Would you like me to get you something?
Oh, she froze with such a damning expression on her face. She's so cross about something.
Angry at me.
The angry Lexi. She's so she's so right arrow colon parentheses. She's grumpy. She's angry. It's never seen Miss so angry. Night Rain is really just that conflicting. But yeah, honestly, it's a good thing that the Switch 2 is flopping, and even more so, it really hopes nothing good comes for Duskbloods. It really, really wants From to take away the, like, you know, take away the lesson that people like FromSoft specifically because they make, like, they're a dependable workhorse developer. That you know, if you like a FromSoft RPG, you're probably gonna like the other FromSoft RPG that they put out. Their quality is very consistent. You know? And when you have stuff like Duskbloods, it's okay to experiment, but that's not the kind of game people come to them for. And furthermore, that's a game that a lot of other companies are providing, you know? Like, we're not necessarily, like, really fiending for another live service extraction game, even with Soulsborne combat, you know? That's kind of always been FromSoft's strength, is that they are willing to bring these middle market style action RPGs that you weren't seeing a lot of when Dark Souls got popular. And even when Elden Ring was made, there weren't a lot of RPGs like that on people's radar, and that's post Soulsborne boom. But Elden Ring was like, you know, the open world experimentation with that. There she is. Aren't I excited? This one can't even play slop. It would be a lot more gentle with Duskbloods if it wasn't locked to the Switch 2, you know? Like, maybe Duskbloods will be good, but it doesn't
Because
want
when
the
are we going to
Duskbloods
get
be
the
good.
opportunity to play it on the Switch 2?
Yeah.
You know, as quote unquote intended. Because the Switch 2 is going to cost, it costs like $600+. We don't have $600 to waste on a console for one game.
We don't have any money to waste on a console. This one's just kind of done with console gaming. It was fun for a while, but there's so many things wrong with console gaming. There's so many things wrong with it right now. PC is the best way forward. It firmly believes this. It's, you know, it wanted to stick with PlayStation because, you know, it loves being a PlayStation fanboy. It loves to do that. It was so happy.
Everyone remembers the PlayStation 2. Everyone remembers Final Fantasy. We're here for Final Fantasy X. That was PlayStation 2 original.
But it's just not, you know, it's just not. Yeah.
It's not like that anymore.
It's not like that anymore. And there's so many anti-consumer practices both on PC and on console. But on a PC, this one can at least, like, easily show it to its wife that it guesses. And, like, you've got mods, you've got piracy, you've got emulation. So there's just... I'm not going to spend $600
There's
on a
no
Switch.
reason to just to go and buy that fucking thing.
Nintendo forgets themselves, miss. Nintendo forgets themselves. They are supposed to be the budget console for everybody. That was how they cornered the market. That's what they've done since the GameCube. That's what they've done since arguably the Nintendo 64.
I think they've gotten a little big for their britches because all of their competitors keep hitting themselves in the dick.
Yeah, but again, they're like, oh, we've got IP. And frankly, none, like... It works for them, frankly, because they do have IP. You do have people who have this brain worm that makes them buy the Nintendo Switch console.
They're like, oh, Mario! I love Mario! Mario again.
You know Pokemon isn't going to be good. Gen 10, if you have any expectations for it, don't. We're going to get good monster designs trapped in a really subpar game again. Game Freak is never going to learn their lesson.
Because people keep buying the games.
Like, this one doesn't understand it. Because after a couple bad entries into Fire Emblem, it's like, okay, the series is just not prioritizing its core fan base anymore. This one is part of its core fan base. It's still going to be interested in what it produces and try to play it, but it's not going to buy a console for that. And also, if you care about, like, Mario or Donkey Kong, like, dude, play a fucking RPG. It apologizes, miss, but a long, long time ago, the mermaid princess fell in love with a human prince.
I think I've heard this one before.
But for years, her love went unrequited. Before long, she was old and decrepit. All alone, even on the day of her death. The poor, poor princess of the Sea Kingdom.
That's what you get for falling in love with a man.
Who'd ever want to become an ugly woman like her? It doesn't really carry itself like a maid on stream, and that's a little disappointing.
How should a maid carry itself?
Well, you know, with dignity and restraint. And it loosens that up a little bit because it wants to be an engaging streamer to watch, but... doesn't really feel the best.
Well, we are hitting our 2.5 hour mark.
Would you like to call it here?
I wouldn't mind. I don't want to overwork my doll.
You can't overwork a doll. It's an object.
objects can still wear out if you use them too often, too
When
quickly.
the unlucky girl closed the storybook, the strong-willed princess was there in the room. She said sourly, "Rats, the fish is gone. Mr. Hoffman will be furious. You should be looking for your own precious thing." There's nothing inside. Poor, helpless, unlucky girl, tell me your tale. Well, actually, no. Who needs the mermaid princess?
They really give you a lot of stuff.
They really do. Shortbread.
Huh.
Poor,
Shortbread
helpless,
just on the ground.
unlucky girl, tell me your tale. If memory serves me correctly, you've met a strong-willed princess, and it's intense as still waters. She seeks what you seek. I know what it is. Yet, you forget. Remember your forgotten promise. That's your only clue. Well, if you really think it wise to call it here, we can. And this is a save point after all.
Besides, we have vintage on the docket.
Ah, maybe. It wants to do some other things than that tonight, and it's not even time for it to take its medicine.
True.
Maybe later tonight, miss. But for now, that may be all for tonight.
I would have to agree. We got past the boss fight at the very least.
It has no story? Huh. Well, bye-bye.
Bye for now.